Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another virtual wargaming live battle report. Today I have a Little Lords game of Warhammer Fantasy 6th edition between Beasts of Chaos and Dwarfs. I have been looking forward to running this Beasts of Chaos list. There is a reason I am doing two Little Lords back to back, and it is I had this idea and I really wanted to do it. I've also been looking forward to running Dwarfs because runes are really fun. I like getting to make my own little magic items, but the primary driving factor behind this particular one happening today is I wanted to do this Beasts of Chaos list. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and introduce that Beasts of Chaos list, and then we'll have a little look at Dwarfs. So, leading the Beasts of Chaos, we have a Doom Bull. He is equipped with the Black Maul, which means that he is frenzied and has +2 strength, and is wearing Chaos Armor and an enchanted shield for a 2-up armor save. He is accompanied by 9 Minotaurs. They each have light armor and great weapons. That's it. That's the list. Each Minotaur is a separate, unique unit because you cap at 10 units for a Warbands game. So this is just barely the legal limit. And the Doom Bull is only 52 points after adjustments, so you can run 949 models. And it comes up to 493 points. So hopefully, this is good. I honestly think it's not going to be. I think there's going to be the lack of ability to break rank bonuses and such is going to be a real pain. But we shall find out. Over on our Dwarf side, we have our Dwarf Lord. He is equipped with Gromwell armor and a shield. He has a Rune of Stone. His weapon has the Rune of Might, which gives him +1. No, the Rune of Might is the one that doubles his strength against Toughness 5 opponents. This is primarily meant to hit the Doom Bull. He also has the Rune of Cleaving, which gives him a +1 to his strength. Yes, that is correct. The Grudge Rune, which lets him reroll all misses in close combat against one enemy character or monster. It's the Doom Bull. And a Rune of Stone. Did I already say Rune of Stone? I don't remember. He has a Rune of Stone to bring him up to a 2-up armor save as well. And then a Talisman with the Master Rune of Spite for a 4-up ward save. He is accompanying a unit of 14 Dwarf Warriors. They have heavy armor and shields, like basically every unit of Dwarf Warriors I create. We also have a unit of 5 Thunderers, 15 Iron Breakers, and 5 Slayers. For our objectives today, real quick also to highlight, the deployment zones we got were the big squares in each thing, so naturally the Beasts of Chaos set up right on their line, which you can sort of see shaped here, and our Dwarfs went ahead and castled around the terrain as best as they can, as all the Dwarf players are wont to do. So let me quickly go over our objectives. So the Dwarfs are looking to annihilate, which means kill 50% of the unit strength of the Beasts of Chaos. So they're basically looking to kill off 5 enemies, or 5 enemies including the Doom Bull, or 6 enemies without him, because there is 31 unit strength for the Chaos side. And the Beasts of Chaos are trying to invade. So they are trying to put 4 models in here, or 3 including the Doom Bull, into this big box right here. So, with that out of the way, it is the Dwarf turn first, and let's get started. Dwarfs are going to move the Troll Slayers forward. The Troll Slayers want to basically slow the enemy down as they're pushing towards the Dwarf defensive position, and then we're just going to try and gun them down with the Thunderers as best we can. So that's going to be the only movement this turn, and then our Thunderers are going to open fire on the nearest Minotaur. So he is a single model, but he is a large model, so he isn't going to be... What's it called again? He isn't going to be getting the one model penalty. That's what I'm looking for. Goodness, I cannot speak today. And I'm not entirely convinced that I trust my notes right this second. So I will be back in just a moment. Alright, I am back, and yes, my notes were indeed correct. I am surprised to find that Dwarfs are only Ballistic Skill 3. I fully expected them to be Ballistic Skill 4. So that means that they're going to be hitting on 5s at this range. So we're making 5 attacks that hit on 5s that will wound the Minotaurs on 4s, and then they will save on 7s because they just have light armor. Go. and that is 2 wounds inflicted on the first Minotaur. And with that, we come to the end of the first Dwarf turn, and then we're into the Minotaurs. So Minotaurs have a movement of 6, so they can each go 12 inches forward. Being units of only one model, they can freely just reposition around anything whenever they feel like it, which is exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to just wheel these guys all to be facing down this way a bit. It honestly looks like we have skirmishing units here, which is really funny to me. These guys are going to run up this way. These two are just going to run into the gully, honestly. Really, we want to make sure that they're hiding behind this hill. I don't know why we're bothering. There's still targets up here. This Minotaur wants to be targeted down, or both want to target that Minotaur down, I should say. We are going to put the Doom Bull safely behind a hill, however. Same for this Minotaur. But I don't actually want to put the rest behind it, because I don't want to block off the Doom Bull from charging. I want to be able to get the 2 charges into these Troll Slayers. So we are going to move like so. Move like so. So the Troll Slayers are definitely going to get to charge something. They're probably going to kill a Minotaur, but that's totally fine. And that is end of Beast of Chaos turn. So end of turn 1 for both sides. Dwarf turn, it charges. Yep, Troll Slayers, we are going to charge at this Minotaur here. No, we're going to charge at this Minotaur, because what we want to hopefully... do I trust that I'm 6 inches away? No, I'm going to go with this one, because I know he's going to be in range. I'm not sure about these ones. So, yep, 3 inches. Wheel, unit 4. 1.6, and then slam him in. And then that's as far as we can go without touching this guy. But if he dies, I will further optimize them. Okay, so further maximize them. That's what I'm looking for. Actually, no, they can hit with 4. Okay. And these guys are just going to hold here. I have absolutely no desire to step out of this location. So, Thunderers, they're going to fire at the Minotaur again. He is now in short range, which means they will hit on 3s. Which I suppose explains why they are ballistic skill 3 instead of 4, because otherwise they'd be hitting on 2s, and that'd be kind of absurd. Alright, so he is dead. Not within range. Within range. By the way, would they have been? Yeah, they probably would have made that fine. Alright, so he is dead. This guy gets a panic check. He's probably okay, but yeah, he's fine. We can pull this guy, and then we can maximize these boys better. Which means 4 of them. Okay, so this is toughness 4, strength 4, weapon skill 4. Versus 4, 3, but Slayers increase their strength up to the target's toughness. So this is going to be 8 attacks for 2 hand weapons, hit on 4s, wound on 4s, save on 7s, go. 2 wounds. Minotaur strikes back. He gets 3 attacks that hit on 4s. He is strength 4, but he has a great weapon, so that he's going up to 6. So they'll wound on 2, save on 7s. Go 1 dead Troll Slayer. These are unbreakable, but they also outnumber him and did 1 extra wound, so he is lost by 2. And what is their leadership? That is the question here. 8. He is within range of the general, though. So that means that he is using the general's 9, and that is going to mean that he survives. So, I'm gonna unkill this guy. I'm gonna kill this one. Because I need to remember how my macro works. If I kill that guy, everything breaks. We scoot them over. Okay, so now then. Next turn, this guy has frenzy, so we're going to go ahead and let him charge those guys. So he has to like move up a bit and then wheel in. He hits him in the flank. This would cause a panic check normally, but because they are immune to psychology, they don't care. Then the Minotaurs are just going to continue stampeding towards the Dwarfs. This is such a stupid entire game. I love this. And because they are single models, I believe they get treated like characters, so they can move through. I'm not actually sure. I'm going to assume that they don't, is what I'm going to do. So I'm actually going to scoot this guy over a bit to just get him out of difficult terrain. And then the rest, they all have to actually like walk normally through that terrain and be slowed down. Alright, so then here we have the Doom Bull. He is weapon skill 6, so he has got 6 attacks from being frenzied. He hits on 3s, he wounds on 2s, they save on 7s. Go. 2 dead Troll Slayers. Next up, the Troll Slayers fight back. They hit the Minotaur. So that is going to be 4 attacks. Hit on 4s, wound on 4s, save on 7s. Go. Nothing. And the Minotaur gets to attack. 3 attacks, hit on 4s, wound on 2s, save on 7s. Go. Nothing. Alright, and so that means that nothing happens to the Troll Slayers because they are unbreakable. Which brings us to the Dwarfs. Okay. Let's think about this very seriously. I'm not worried about these guys getting flanked at all. My biggest concern is the Thunderers getting charged by this guy, but I think he's got the distance that they can get a shot off. So we are going to continue to castle. Oh, that was end of turn 2, wasn't it? End of turn 2. Yeah, we're just gonna play the nice predictable dwarf game. Everyone stands still, everyone shoots. 5 shots, hit on 3s, wound on 4s, save on 7s, go. Oh goodness, nothing. Okay, that's unfortunate for them. That brings us over here. Doom Bull is initiative 5, so he will hit first. So he makes 6 attacks. Hit on 3s, wound on 2s, save on 7s, go. Only 1 dead Troll Slayer. And then he has to attack the Minotaur. 2 attacks, hit on 4s, wound on 4s, save on 7s. Still nothing. And then the Minotaur strikes back and kills them. Alright, so that's the Troll Slayers dead, which is predictable outcome, honestly. That said, we've killed one Minotaur. If we get this one, that's 2 Minotaurs, which is a worthwhile trade for the Dwarfs. So, Beast of Chaos, Minotaur charging. Other Minotaur also charging because they can see and I can make this work. So, 1 goes in, 2 goes in. Maximize, that's actually totally fine like that. This guy is also going to charge. They're going to stand and shoot. 5 attacks, hit on 4s, wound on 4s, save on 7s. Only the 1 wound this time. And then in they go, in he goes. Rotate him like so. And that's all my charging for this turn. So now Minotaur, this one goes around. Minotaur, this one just goes straight through. Oh, he can only go like 3 inches actually, because he can't march from here. These guys, however, can march. Yep, so they're gonna... no, we're going to start off by marching the Doom Bull up. Because if there's space, we want him to go through first. And then we want this Minotaur just to crowd around up here. And then if one of these Minotaurs breaks, he can just flee straight through and the Doom Bull can slot in after him. Alright, so that brings us to the combat. So we're going to start with these 2 Minotaurs. We're going to roll them both together. And they are dumping all their attacks into the unit of warriors. So the wound on 2s. Warriors have heavy armor, shields, hand weapons, 3 ups. becomes 6-ups against the strength 6. Go 3 dead warriors. And then we have our Dwarf Lord. He makes 4 attacks. He hits on 3s. He will wound on 3s because he's normally strength 4, but he is the +1 for strength, so it's now strength 5. And then you get a save on 7s. Go. So that's 2 wounds to one of them. And then the lone dwarf gets to attack back, and he misses. Okay, so combat resolution. Oh crap, I forgot to do fear checks, didn't I? Okay, yep, they're all fine. Of course they're all fine, they're dwarfs. Okay, so 3 dead, 1, 2, outright number. Okay, so these guys lose by 2. So Minotaur 7 is going to roll. And okay, so the top Minotaur is fleeing. He only goes 2d6 inches, I believe. But this Minotaur stays in. Next up we have these guys. So he has 3 attacks, hit on 4s, wound on 2s, save on 7s for Thunderers, 2 dead Thunderers. We get 2 attacks back. Then we'll hit on 4s, wound on 5s, save on 6s, go, and nothing. And this is a victory for the Minotaur. There's even numbers, so they don't auto break. They are using leadership 10, so yeah, they're fine. Dwarfs be kind of insane. And let me scoot these guys over. Okay, so that is the end of the Beast of Chaos turn. That's end of turn 3. Let's see, do we want to charge the Iron Breakers into the Minotaur? Is that 2 inches? My gut says that's a little bit more than 2 inches, so I'm gonna hold so that they only take, because I'll get charged by 1, then I'll have the other one come through to charge him. And then we're gonna try and hopefully kill this Minotaur. And then hopefully kill this one as well. Alright, so combat phase then, since there's no movement. We're gonna start with the Thane. 4 attacks, hit on 3s, wound on 3s, save on 7s, go. Yep, he's dead. No overrun this in this turn. 3 dwarfs, they hit on 4s, they wound on 5s, he saves on 6s, nothing. The Minotaur gets to swing back, 2s, 7s, go. Also nothing, so this is actually just a tied combat, which is kind of wild to think about. And because this guy died, actually technically I needed to make panic checks for these guys last turn. So panic checks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy is fleeing from last turn, 8 inches. And then panic checks from this turn is 1, 2, 3. This guy is also fleeing 9 inches this turn. So he's just going to flee like this way. I'm going to rotate all of them around to show that they are fleeing. Alright, so pull this guy off. And then Beastman turn. So we're going to rally these 3. Rallied, rallied, rallied. Charges, Doombull going in, Minotaur 1 going in. Minotaur 8 going into here. Is this guy in vision range? Oh crap, he is. He can actually see them, so he's also going to charge. So that's unfortunate for our Iron Breakers, but yeah, whatever. Okay, combat. Let's start with the Thunderers real quick. I want to find out what happens here. So 3 attacks. Hit on 4s, save on 5s. Or wound on 5s, save on 6s, nothing. Surely they're going to die this time. Yep, there we go. 2 dead Thunderers. And that is enough to outnumber and so overpower them. So they go fleeing. 2d6 minus 1. He chases them. 11. So he actually just chases them off the board entirely, and he will come back on next turn. Okay, so Doombull. Alright, Doom Bull, we are putting this all into... You know what? I'm doing the Doom Bull last, that's what I'm doing. We're putting the first one, 4 attacks. They have to go into the Dwarf Warriors. They'll save on 6s. Go. Oh, they made that one save. I can double check that mentally. 4 makes... So, they have a 3-up save. Strength 4 would make it 4. Strength 5 would make it... Yeah, actually, perfect. Yep, save on 6s. So that is that guy saved. Do I go in? I'm going to go in all in on the Dwarf Lord. Okay, so... 5, 6 attacks. How many is it again? 6 attacks. They'll hit on 4s. That will wound on... This guy has strength 7. So you have 2s. Because this is toughness 5. Yep. He has a 4-up, 3-up, a 2-up save. Which, based on the other one, would then be saving on a 6. Yes, that's correct. Okay. And then if he fails that, he gets a 4-up ward save. Which he makes. So this guy does not care. The Dwarf Lord is totally fine. And now he gets to strike back. This is horrendously bad, actually, I just realized. So he will reroll all his misses. He will wound on 2s because his strength is doubled against the Doom Bull up to a 10. And because he is strength 10, that is going to turn that into a no save. 4 wounds, that is going to be a dead Doom Bull. Wild. And then there would be 3 Dwarf Warriors that can fight the other guy. So 4s, 5s, 6s, go. Nothing. But that's a rank bonus. That's a 4 wounds. That's an outnumber. This guy's going to be panic checking. A 6. Yeah, it's going to be a fleeing guy. Only going 3 inches. The dwarves pursue. I think the dwarves do want to pursue. And real quick. Not a panic test range though. So dwarves are going to pursue. 7 inches. Oh, that's so painfully close. Like, that's a dice roll that makes it, but the penalty stops them. Okay, over here, we have 2 Minotaurs. So that's 6 attacks that hit on 4s. That will wound on 2s like usual, but these guys save on 5s because they have their Grommal armor. So only 1 dead Ironbreaker. Pulling from this side. And we get 4 attacks back. 4 attacks hit on Ironbreakers, yeah, weapon skill 3. Oh crap, they're also strength 4. And so 1 wound back. I'm gonna put it into this guy. 1 wound in return. So this is even, they outnumber, they have 2 ranks, so they have 1 by 2. So we're gonna do guy on the left, guy on the right. 1 by 3 points actually means that, yeah, both of them are gonna flee. 5 and 5, and then the dwarves are gonna pursue only 3 inches. So 5 inches, 5 inches, 3 inches. So I've been editing the videos, and I've noticed sometimes I'm really inconsistent on whether or not I think difficult terrain counts with pursuits or not. I don't have an answer on that front. I'm just sort of playing it by ear is the answer. So that was Beasts of Chaos turn 4, I believe. Yes, end of turn 4 right there. Because, yeah, those charges on the Beasts of Chaos side. End of turn 4. So, obviously, we're going to charge these 2 guys. We're going to charge, yeah, I'm going to say we can charge both of them because they are next to each other. Because the forward movement of 1 will cause the other to die. So, actually, hang on. Yeah, actually, no, if that guy flees, then they don't catch up to him, so they would just stall out like that. Okay. Whoops, sorry. And for some reason, I thought he was dead, and then these guys are going to charge this one. Slide him up. Slide him over. Alright, and then I'm going to just quickly rotate these guys to remember that they're fleeing. So then, Dwarf Lord goes first. 4 attacks, hit on 3s, wound on 3s, save on 7s, go. Dead Minotaur. Huge. Because then that's going to be panic checks for both of these guys. And they both make it, but then the dwarfs are going to overrun 6 inches. And barely tap that guy. So now it's a charge next turn. And then that is the end of the dwarf turn. So this guy comes back on. He is going to immediately book it towards these guys. Just stop here. Charges here. We're going to put the other Minotaur in. I forgot to do fear checks. Whatever, it's dwarfs. They're never going to fail those. I say that. I'm going to quickly double check that. Yep, but past those two. The fleeing one I don't think counts. Alright, rally checks for these two. Pass and fail. He only goes 3 inches. Actually, he'd go directly towards the water too. So he's off, and this guy passes. So, in theory, these dwarfs are getting pincered next turn. And then over here... Okay, so this unit, this guy charged the dwarfs charged this guy. So 1 guy goes first, 2s, 6s, go, 1 dead dwarf warrior. Then our dwarf lord is putting all of his attacks into the one that didn't charge. And so he is dead. And then because we only have 3 guys touching this guy, 2 of them can attack. 2 attacks, hit on 4s. Wound on 5s, save on 6s, go. 1 wound to him. They have a rank, they outnumber. They scored an extra 3 points. This is going to be a huge... Did not know that that was cap sensitive. Huge victory. They're going to flee 8 inches. They're going to pursue 7. We're kind of just trying to keep the pressure on them. At this point in time, 7 inches. I mean, this is kind of just a foregone conclusion at this point, isn't it? The dwarfs have absolutely stomped this game. And that is end of turn 5. So turn 6, for the dwarfs, these guys are going to charge this one. He's going to flee 7 inches. Dwarfs obviously cannot catch that, so then they go 3 inches forward. These guys are going to attempt to charge this one, and they make it. Oh, they need to make a fear check, but they pass. Yep, they're fine. And then this, they get to go 4 attacks, hit on 3s, wound on 4s, save on 7s, go. 1 wound inflicted. Didn't mean to tap that one. There we go. And he hits back. 3 attacks, hits on 4s, wounds on 2s, saves on 5s. Nothing. Damn, the beasts are having no luck on their rolls today. So, break test. He got hit 1, 2, 3, 4. -4. I think he's leadership 8 though. Yeah, he is. So he passes actually. He's fine. And then that is going to be the Beast of Chaos turn. So these guys are charging. He'll get into the back. Yep. And then this guy is going to try and rally. And he succeeds. So he's rallying. He's just standing there. It's basically just victory points tonight to the dwarfs. So this guy hits the back line. 3 attacks. Hit on 4s. Wound on 2s. Save on 5s. Go. 1 wound on this one. 4 guys along the front, hit on 3s, wound on 4s, save on 7s. And then 3 attacks to the back, 3 attacks, hit on 3s, wound on 4s. Ironbreakers are really good, I'm feeling, right this second. Like, insanely good. So this guy doesn't get to fight. So it's 1 wound, 2 wounds, rank, outnumber. Let's see if he breaks. He breaks. So he flees 10 inches. The dwarf's not even going to pursue. And that is the end of the game. So let's do real quick victory point tallies. 493 minus 49. So the Dwarfs score 440 points. Plus 500 divided by 5. Or multiplied by 0.2. And that is 544 points for the Dwarfs versus... What did the beasts actually kill? The Thunderers and the Slayers, so... Only 125 points for the Beasts of Chaos. Okay, so that was an absolute disaster for that list. But I think a larger part of the problem was the terrain meant that I was sort of stuck. I could only get 2 Minotaurs across at this time. I obviously brought 3 around this way, but like I only had 2 touching here. I really want to just try to pile in a whole bunch of Minotaurs around units. So I don't think it's the list's fault. I think it's just I got screwed over by the... I mean, I made the board, but like I got screwed over by the deployment zones. Again, I don't determine deployment zones before I build the board. I like this board. I think it looks really nice. It's a shame that this chunk and this chunk didn't get to serve any purpose, and neither did this chunk. Really, it was just this little area here for the entire game. But that's what happens a lot, and that's why we're trying to reuse boards in the future, just so I can really explore all of it, not just the section that the fight happened in today. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. I think it was a little bit of a quick one. Yeah, I've only been recording for 30 minutes, and I know that I was messing around a bit at the beginning. But I also know that sometimes games are just really quick, and I'm not going to fuss about it. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tomorrow we are doing Warbands between Lizardmen and Amazons. I haven't yet made the lists, I haven't yet made the battlefield, I haven't done anything because I have a lot of work this week, and I have had a lot of editing to do this weekend to get all of the other videos together. But when I have more information, which will be at the next video, you will hear about it. So until then, boy!